I'm Mary Claire Watkins, and this is NBW TV. I'm headed down to Planet Bean, Guelph's very own fair trade coffee roastery, to meet roaster Bill Barrett and to find out what makes a fair trade cup of coffee the very best cup of coffee. And much as we need our lips to drink coffee, they're useful for all sorts of other things too. Later we'll pay some attention to our lips and learn about why natural lip care is important for your health and mine. And don't forget to enter to win after the show. Welcome to Planet Bean, fair trade organic coffee roastery and a favorite place to catch up with friends since 1997. Bill's the founder of Planet Bean and he's going to teach us about coffee.
Planet Bean is a Guelph-based company. We got started in about 1997. We roast our coffee. This is a coffee roaster here.
That's amazing.
Yeah, and so the coffee that we get comes in giant burlap bags and it's actually green.
And that's raw coffee.
Yeah. When it's grown on a tree, it's actually in a little cherry, and those are like two seeds in a cherry.
Yes.
So then we take that coffee and we heat it, and there's a magical transformation that occurs that makes it tasty. Most coffee companies you'll encounter in the supermarket, they've roasted their coffee in some industrial plant far away.
Right.
So what we do is we go back to the old tradition of roasting locally.
Now there's more caffeine in the coffee bean right now than there is actually in it. Is that true?
Right. Because as you're roasting the coffee, you're burning off chemical compounds. So as you roast it, you're changing the composition, and caffeine is one of them.
Right.
So you burn off the caffeine over time. The longer this roasts, the less caffeine will be in it.
So even though I think I'm getting more caffeine in my dark roast, that's not necessarily the case.
Not necessarily. So all of our coffees are certified organic. When you think about certified organic, the first thing that comes to your brain is that pesticides are used. And that's part of it. But there's two other really important components to the organic certification. The first is growing techniques. You're growing things organically, you're increasing the biological diversity of the soil, you're increasing the capacity for the soil to retain moisture, and you're also collecting carbon. So conventional agriculture actually erodes carbon, creating CO2.
Yes.
Organic agriculture helps to bring it back into the soil.
Gotcha.
So that's one interesting component of organic. The second is traceability and the capacity to authenticate the organic process. So when the coffee's grown, it's grown on a certified organic farm that's been inspected. So when that coffee moves, you have to make sure that it doesn't get contaminated on its trip. So for example, you don't want the coffee sacks to go into a truck that's had DDT in it previously, right? So everything that the coffee touches also has to be certified organic. This roaster is certified organic. If it wasn't, and we put the coffee in and roasted it, it would lose its certification.
Lose the integrity. What's the point?
If you're a consumer, you come into our store, we tell you it's certified organic coffee. If we haven't ensured the certification process up to the point where it touches your lips, which we have in our particular organization, then you're being misled. Coffee that we get is not from a plantation. It's usually grown within a forest, so there's biological diversity.
Okay, so is that Arabica?
Yep.
Versus Robusta?
Yeah, that's part of it. Arabica coffee can't handle direct sunlight. It's grown at higher altitudes, spread out.
Does that make it more environmentally friendly?
Yeah.
Coffee?
Because, well, in shade grown, then you're actually, you've got a forest that the coffee's growing in. So that helps to protect the habitat for things like songbirds and monkeys.
So Arabica means shade grown coffee?
By and large, yeah.
And Robusta means we've cleared the forest and we've planted coffee.
Yeah, and it's usually at lower elevations.
Okay.
And it's full sun. So usually when you get a whole bunch of plants together and you grow them intensely, then you need chemical intervention because it's not a natural system anymore, right?
Gotcha. That was life-changing for me, to learn that I should be drinking Arabica coffee and not Robusta coffee. That was a big deal.
Well, good. It's also tastier.
It is. Fair trade coffee producer is not necessarily working on a coffee plantation.
Right. They're usually family farms.
Okay.
And those families are members of cooperatives.
Right.
And so they're a forest. And in that forest they may grow bananas, citrus fruits, they may collect herbs, all sorts of things, but they also have coffee. The thing that makes fair trade different is that, first of all, farmers have to organize into a co-op to get the fair trade price. So it's a higher price. They also have to work with these organizations to work in the community, so improve conditions in the community like roads, water, healthcare, schools. So it's not just about coffee, it's not just about the home economy, it's also about the community.
How does that differ from a traditional coffee plantation?
Actually, if you're talking about a plantation, then often
Yes.
a plantation...
And the conditions for the workers on a plantation versus this kind of farming.
So on a family-owned farm,
Yes.
you don't necessarily have external workers.
Okay.
So when the price comes home, it comes to the home and they own the farm.
Right.
With a plantation owner may hire a whole bunch of workers. It's a much more complicated relationship because those individual workers, how do you deal with their working conditions unless they formed a union or something? How do they negotiate on their behalf? What's their relationship to the management of the plantation and that sort of thing? It's
Right.
much more complicated than a family farm.
And a lot
small
less
scale
accountability to the people.
Well, and like they have less power, right?
Right.
Because it's not their land for one. It's not their resource, and they're hired by people, so that can involve all sorts of coercion.
Yes.
So-
How does being a fair trade organic coffee roaster make you an environmentalist?
So one of the principles that the farmers are engaged in is becoming ecologically sustainable. So it's a principle, just like democracy, inclusion of women in decision making, no child labor. Those are all principles of fair trade, and they're audited.
And this is your life, right? You're passionate about this.
I'm into it, yeah.
Yeah.
Damn right.
Yeah. Cheers. Need a break? Why not stop in for a coffee at one of Planet Bean's 3 locations in Guelph? And if you'd like to learn more about them, find them online at planetbeancoffee.com. And if you want to know more about fair trade, go to fairtrade.ca. And it's time for NBW's Body Care Giveaway. This week's winner is Allison Stalker. Allison commented on last week's show and she'll receive the entire set of Love Me Lavender Body Care. Congratulations, Allison. It's personal care close-up time. If the eyes are the window to the soul, then the lips must be their accomplice. We're here in the cosmetic kitchen and today we're talking about our lips, in particular MBW Lip Care. Our Marigold Magic Tingle Lip Balm is perfect for men, women, and children. It's chemical-free, preservative-free, and vegan. Here we make 5 different shades of sheer color lip tint. These are gentle, subtle colors that protect your lips. Our base is an organic calendula-infused sunflower oil, and our colors come from iron oxides, never FD&C artificial color. We had a hint of peppermint for a tingle burst, and then organic sweet orange essential oil for flavor. Our lips bring us unending joy, from singing, to kissing, to eating. Let's face it, we obsess about our lips. According to the Evans Group, Americans spend over $200 million a year on lip balm annually. At $200 million a year, there must be a lot of chapped lips out there. I know that I'm forever asking my children in the winter months to not lick their lips when they go outside. The leading cause of chapped lips is dehydration. It's important to drink lots of pure water. Some reports state that the average woman will eat between 4 to 7 pounds of lip care products in their life. I think it's a good idea to know exactly what it is we might just be eating. I'd encourage you to look for lip balm products that contain only vegetable-based ingredients and that are preservative-free. There's no need to put petrochemicals into lip care products. Vegetable-based oils and waxes are wonderful moisturizers and protectors of both the lips and the skin. And what ingredients should we be avoiding? And why? Some toxic ingredients that you could choose to avoid are petrochemicals, sunscreen chemicals, and heavy metals. Okay, so why do we want to be avoiding these chemicals? Let me break it down 4 ways. The first is bioconcentration. Bioconcentration is when chemicals build up in the body, chemicals that our body isn't used to seeing and is unable to get rid of. It ends up in toxification of the body, which can lead to illness, including cancer. Number 2, hormone disruption. That's when petrochemicals mimic our naturally occurring hormones in our body and can cause changes in our regular hormonal function and even affect fertility. The production of the petrochemicals that go into a lot of these cosmetic ingredients can cause environmental damage from the mining stage right through to the production. All of these things add to the general pollution of our environment, our oceans, and our land. Number 4, skin irritants. Petrochemicals can cause your skin to react. They can cause contact dermatitis and allergic reactions. I encourage all of you to take care of your lips and shop for healthy, natural lip care products. And this Christmas, you can get a free Marigold Magic Tingle Lip Balm with every purchase of $40 on our website. I'd also love to send you our entire lip care collection for free. You can win it. All you need to do is subscribe to MBW TV blog and enter a comment under today's show. We'll announce the winner next week, so stay tuned and we'll see you then.